I think planning for training should have started earlier than it did.
Okay.
You know, I came into the project halfway through, so it was also at the same point where we started to think about education, and it was clear that there wasn't, you know, any real decisions made on how we were going to train anybody.
Right,
So
right.
I think you really need to start that planning phase at the same time that you begin planning the rest of the project.
Right. Did you offer any follow-up training to the nursing staff after the initial training and go live date?
I think that we did. I think we had open sessions towards the end.
Towards the end, yeah, we did have some open
I
sessions.
think we had like 2 weeks maybe that you had dedicated where people could come in and practice, ask questions.
Okay.
So I don't really remember how many people came or took advantage of
Yeah,
that.
I know there were a few that definitely were, you know, back for a second time.
Yeah.
After the go live, we really haven't done a major retraining of everybody yet. I think that's kind of, you know,
What Lisa and I did in the nursing department was we had open forums, that's what we called them, and we had block times. So we would take 3 hours, you know, in the evening, let's just say, and the staff would come into the classroom. We would set up and they could bring their questions and we could clarify or validate, find out what the problems were. And it was very interactive. And it was wonderful, but the thing was, we just felt like we weren't getting enough people. We would get like 8 people. And so we started to, in the beginning, we did it structured, like every other week. We would schedule time to do that. But as time went on, it was less and less people coming. So we felt like, oh, we're really not getting the masses, you know.
Right.
And then we do a nursing skills day. And Lisa had a table at the skills day, and that's really where everything came out as far as how the system is being used. Because when we have skills day, you have all different nurses. So you'll have OB nurses, you'll have emergency room nurses, PACU nurses, and everybody does use the system differently, which is really a challenge in and of itself to remember who's doing what, how are they supposed to be doing it.
Right.
And so her table was really extremely busy. She was a non-stop talker, okay? And it actually, it was very helpful because it really gave us the ability to clarify. And they were further along in using the system. And that makes a big difference. Because once they understand how it works, now we can really get into putting that clinical aspect into your documentation. And I think that's kind of where we are right now in our full use in nursing anyway of how the system works and how it should work. And this is another thing I learned was you can really build habits very quickly and workarounds right away. And so you really have to have your eyes open for that. Because once that happens, it's really hard to break it. And I can see that some people have that already. You know, and you know, they already believe that that's how we taught it. And it's like, no, we didn't do that.